Hey there! Welcome to Life Noggin! Today, we're going to be learning about the world of jellyfish in 5 minutes. Let's do it. Jellyfish have been around for a long time. Like way longer than humans have been around. The jellyfish fossil record dates back over 600 million years. And they've been pretty much unchanged for 200 million years. There are over 2,000 species of jellyfish alive today, ranging in size from a few millimeters to over 10 feet across. And even though most people think of jellyfish as being this one pink blob with stinging cells, they actually come in a variety of shapes, sizes, and colors. And different jellyfish have different stinging cells. Some are more painful than others, and some can even kill you. But all jellyfish do have stinging cells. Even the ones that do kill you will give you a nasty sting that's really hard to remove. So if you're ever stung by a jellyfish, you should pluck the tentacles off with tweezers if you can, because that will reduce the pain and help the sting go away faster. Jellyfish live in all of the world's oceans, and most are free swimming, meaning they can move around pretty easy. But there are some that live attached to the seafloor or to other objects, using a structure called a statocyst. Is basically a weighted structure that helps the jellyfish keep its balance. It contains a fluid and tiny rocks or granules called statoliths. The statoliths settle at the bottom of the statocyst when the jellyfish wants to sink, and they float to the top when the jellyfish wants to rise. Jellyfish use their statocysts to sense gravity, which helps them maintain their orientation in the water column. This is especially important for jellyfish that live in areas with strong currents. By adjusting the amount of fluid in their statocysts, jellyfish can also control their buoyancy, which allows them to stay at a specific depth or to move up or down as needed. Speaking of movement, most jellyfish move by contracting their bells, which expels water and creates an impulse that moves the jellyfish through the water. Some jellyfish also have specialized structures called which are basically like little harpoons that inject a venom into prey. Nematodes are found on the tentacles of many jellyfish. And what makes some jellyfish stings so painful and dangerous to humans? Other jellyfish use their tentacles to capture prey, then bring it to their mouths, which are usually located on the underside of their bells. Jellyfish have no bones or other hard structures, so they're soft-bodied. Most are made up of 95% water, and their bodies are mostly transparent. This makes it hard for us to see them when they're in the water, but it's also helpful for camouflage since it makes them less visible to predators. Jellyfish are predators, but they also get eaten by lots of animals, like sea turtles, fish, and even other jellyfish. Even though they can be killed by being picked up by seabirds and dropped onto rocks, most jellyfish have stinging cells that protect them from predators. The only part of their life cycle that is not covered by these protective cells is their eggs and sperm. And even though jellyfish have been around for hundreds of millions of years, scientists still know very little about their reproductive biology. What they do know is that most jellyfish release both eggs and sperm into the water where fertilization takes place externally. After fertilization, the zygote develops into a free-swimming larva called a planula. The planula eventually settles down on a surface and develops into a polyp. The polyp stage is very different from the jellyfish we typically think of. It's attached to a substrate and looks more like a hydra than a jellyfish. Eventually, the polyp produces a bud which grows into a new jellyfish. When conditions are right, this new jellyfish will break off and swim away, and the cycle will begin again. This has been the world of jellyfish in 5 minutes. Do you know any fun facts about jellyfish? Share them below. And as always, thanks for watching. See ya.